All right, we are on our first day back from vacation, so this will be my first post-vacation video, and I got some updates. I got some good updates, some bad updates, some updates that are just plain old updates. Looks like it's gonna rain again. I just mowed my lawn, and I probably gonna have to do so again next weekend. But yeah, all in all, it was a good vacation. Like, I don't want to overshadow the goodness of the vacation with the lack of doing that happened on my part, but there was a bit of a lack of doing on my part, and some of that is through no fault of my own, and some of it is my own doing, or lack thereof. But I always give myself way too many tasks to complete over the course of these weeks that I take off. I take a week and a half off, and I give myself a mountain of tasks, and I'm almost immediately setting myself up for failure. But then it gives me more opportunities to get stuff done. Like, if I only give myself a reasonable task list during this vacation, then I don't have near as much wiggle room for getting things done, if that makes sense. So, like, if I have 20 things that I need to do, even though I might only realistically be able to get to 10 of them, at least then I can pick and choose the 10 that I do. Whereas if I give myself 10 things to do, and I know that I only have time enough to do 10 things, there's no picking and choosing, and the lack of choice might lead to me being less productive if I don't feel like doing one of the particular things on my list. This time around, it was the video work. So I've got this wonderful pattern or habit. Habit's probably a better word for it. I've got this wonderful habit built around, I think this new wallet might be breaking my cards. I've got this habit built around making these videos, and it's a good functioning habit. And so when I was on vacation, I wasn't going to be driving to and from as much as I was when I was not on vacation. And so as a result, this ATM doesn't have 5s in it anymore, and it really drives me bonkers. Anyway, so as a result, I didn't have the easy habitual opportunity of filming videos because I didn't drive around all that much. I mean, I did, but it was a different kind of thing. There's something here that's like preventing me from being able to put these cards in here all the way. I wonder if it's the other side of these buttons, maybe. Because that is why this card keeps bending. It's because it can't go in the wallet all the way that it needs to. There we go. It's in there now. Anyway, so yeah, I had the developed process that I've been using, and I was on vacation, so I was away from that process, not doing the process, and it essentially just did not happen. And then, let's see here, where am I going with that? So yeah, I didn't film hardly any videos, and that was one of the things that I wanted to do. But I did do several other things that I wanted to do. And so it's like, okay, I missed the boat on the one thing, but I caught the boat on all the other things. And that's why I have found that it's good to have a variety of things on my plate, because I can afford to miss the boat sometimes because I'm still going to catch it other times. I have now gone pretty heavily into growing my gamer score, and it's not so much that, like, I'm not spending hours gaming. I spend a lot more time gaming on this vacation than I normally do, like during the week or when I'm doing my stuff, and like that should be fine. I shouldn't feel bad for that, because I was on vacation. I should be allowed to sit down and do the things that I find to be fun. And like, what's more, I am like spending time with people that are fun to spend time with. I recently made a new friend on Xbox, and he's the kind of person, I think I made mention of this before, but it's important to have friends that you feel like they're excited to spend time with you. Like, I feel like I have a ton of friends where it's a one-way communication kind of thing, where like I'm reaching out to them, I'm trying to schedule something with them, I'm trying to do something with them. They never reach out to me on their own free time. And so to have friends who actually contact me instead of it always being the other way around, it feels very good. And so I want to foster that. I want to encourage that. And I want to build that friendship. So he and I spend a lot of time together. He typically works overnights, and so when I'm working, we don't get to see each other very often. And so that was fun. And like, another thing that person fostered in me, or re-fostered in me, if you will, is like my want for achievements. Back in high school, in my gaming heyday, if you will, I was one of those people who constantly was hunting for achievements, and I was just every chance that I got at getting achievements, I was all over it. And I boosted my gamer score to a pretty hefty amount in a short period of time. And then I've all but fallen off of that now. And like, as my life focuses on more tangible things, my care for gamer score and things like that have gone to the wayside. Well, this new buddy of mine has discovered like an army of easy achievement games where like you don't even have to play the thing. You buy this cheap $5 game, and then you do something for 5 seconds and you get 5,000 gamer score from it. It's really cheesy. It's pretty lame. It's not anything that I would be bragging about. Like, up until recently, I have had only games that I'm like proud of having achievements for in my game library, and that's gotten me pretty much to 100,000. I was at like 99,480 when I started doing these cheesies. Well, I will say I got to 100,000 because I played Firewatch, and Firewatch got me to 100. And that was like a legit game that I played, and I wanted to actually get all the achievements in. But the other ones past that point have largely been just me trying to get some achievements and doing these really cheesy things to get them. But to the same end, it's like one of those, like, if you can't beat them, join them kind of things, because like all these people are eventually going to just surpass me in gamer score if I stick to my guns, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to play these silly games. Whereas I can just play the silly games and then continue to be in a decent place. And it's like, why do I care that much? Like, I am not habitually a competitive person. I am not that person who's always wanting to compete with people and always wanting to one-up people, and that, like, people who are like that really kind of get my goat. I even have like friends that are like that, and it drives me nuts. But that's not me. But in some aspects, like, it is. Like, I feel like even the least competitive people are competitive in some aspects of their life and of their existence. I don't know, can you guys see me very well? Anyway, so in some aspects, like, I am competitive. I'm not gonna go out of my way to compete with people, but Gamerscore was something that I was proud of, and to have a big Gamerscore was something that I was proud of. And so to be able to get back to a place where I'm building that back up is a pretty good feeling to have. I have a strong feeling that after this month, I will slow down significantly with the progress I make in the world of Gamerscore. I've gone up by like 22,000 this month already, and I don't foresee myself stopping. My goal is at least to get all the games that my buddy has, so that I can just be like, okay, well, whatever he finds an easy achievement game, I'll just do it too, and then we'll move on with our day or whatever. But to the same end, like, there were a lot of games that I was playing where I was legitimately trying to get all the achievements in, like the Dark Pictures games, for example. That was like part of the fun for me with those games, because it's very easy to just play it once and then be done with it. Whereas with the way I've been doing it, I would play it once for my legit playthrough, and then I would look up what the achievements are and then figure out how to get them on my own. And that added a lot more replayability to those games than what they had historically speaking. But they've since, they've kind of gotten more advanced with the games, and so their Gamerscore or their achievements have gotten a little out of hand, in my opinion. And so I haven't been trying to get them quite as seriously. And so, like, the first two games I have all the achievements in, and then the second two games I'm pretty close. There's some achievements that I know I'm just not gonna get, and like I'm trying to think of, like, for the House of Ashes, I feel like there's one or two ridiculous ones where I'm just like, I'm just not going to get that. And then for The Devil in Me, it's the same thing. Actually, I feel like I looked it up, and I feel like the only achievements I have left in The Devil in Me are like the stupid ones that I have no intention of getting. There's one that I can get. I just have to play through the game on the curator's cut and get a picture of this one character that's impossible to get a picture of until you play the curator's cut. And then I should only have 2 or 3 achievements at that point, but I don't like care enough to try and finish that game out. And then but the House of Ashes, I feel like, has doable achievements. It's just the game is so long, and oftentimes, like, I dedicate one playthrough to one achievement, and then when I get it, I go and do something else. And so it's like, it's hard because when you have time to yourself, when I don't allot all that much time for all these other things, when I have the time allotted to do the things, then I need to make the most of it. And spending my hour of gaming working towards a single achievement does not feel like it makes that much sense to me. Now, I could spend that much time getting significantly more Gamerscore with all these cheesy games that my buddy has, and it's like, you don't feel like you've accomplished as much. Plus, like, I'm going out and just buying all these games willy-nilly, and like, they're $5, so it's not that big of a deal, but like, you buy 10 games for $5, and now you've spent $50 on 20,000 Gamerscore, which translates into nothing but bragging rights. But as I've already said, the bragging rights are tainted because it's in these games that I don't even very much so care for. But anyway, it's a silly thing that I care about and choose to compete with because it's something that is something that I do. In fact, like, I used to have a buddy on Xbox, and he and I were neck and neck on achievements for a while, and it was no secret that, like, I started out ahead of the game, and there was no secret that he was like gunning to take my throne, if you will. And then he did eventually take it. He took it over, and because I stopped playing and he kept playing, and then he caught up and surpassed me. And then after I got all these achievements over my vacation, I went and I compared with him, and I was like, I have surpassed you. But it wasn't that satisfying of a feeling because he had stopped playing. So it's like the reverse had happened. Like, I stopped playing, he surpassed me. He stopped playing, I surpassed him. And I surpassed him with all these cheesy, lame games. Now, granted, I didn't look at all the games that he played to surpass me with. Historically, his achievements has been, he'll get like the minimum he needs to get in like beating a game. Like, if you get 20 from beating this game, he'll get his 20, then he'll move on to the next thing, and he'll just play a lot of games. So his is like quantity over quality. So he'll play a lot of games rather than spend a lot of time getting a lot of achievements in the games. Where when I was really serious about it, I didn't play a whole lot of games, but all the games that I played, I had a crap ton of achievements in. And so it's an interesting balance. Whereas now, I play even less games, and I get even less gamer score. Like, I had another friend over, and he was like, how are you not at 100,000 gamer score by now? I feel like you've been at 90 for like 2 years. And I was like, I feel like you're probably right. I just have not been gaming very much. And I don't know that I see this as like a big revolution for me getting back into the gaming world, so much as I see it as just me doing something that I found to be fun at this point in time. Now, there are a couple games coming out this year that I am excited for, which is a rare thing. Like, it's not common for me to be excited for new games. So, like, Killing Floor 3 is supposed to come out this year. I'm excited about that. Don't Nod's new story-based game, Bloomin' Rage, something or other, is coming out, and I'm excited about that. And Killer Clowns from Outer Space is coming out, and I'm excited about that. So I feel like this is the first year in a while where I've had 3 games coming out that I'm excited for, and hopefully they don't disappoint. The Don't Nod project, I have my concerns with, because it looks like they're going to try and play into the first Life is Strange vibes pretty hard. And I did not much care for the first Life is Strange. I really liked the second one. And they made the second one, so I know they're capable of making an incredible game that I will just absolutely adore. But the problem is the second game was not their most successful. In fact, they got a lot of criticisms for it, but it was my favorite. And so I figure they'll probably stay away from making another game like the second game. But we'll see. This Bloomin' Rage could be its own project entirely, and it could be fun and all those good things. So that's 3 games right there. And if I take them all seriously, that's potentially 3,000 gamer score that I could add to my pile. But I'm sure like all of those games aren't going to be as easy as they have been. I have Killing Floor 2 completely. I have all the achievements in that game, and so I have every intention to do the same thing in the next game. But it's just interesting to me to just see what happens and to go with the flow. But this conversation started out supposed to be a conversation about like the vacation and what I did and what I didn't do, and I feel like I pretty well summarized it. Like, the video projects was the biggest thing that I had set out to do that I did not do, but there was other stuff. I got a new cassette deck, which I am totally in love with. And like, it was funny, like, when I say new, I mean brand spanking new, factory sealed, brand new, not new to me, not some other pawn shop cassette deck. Like, this is my deck, and it is so much fun. I love it. And it's just a great piece of, it's a great thing to add to my stereo equipment. And so I got that, which was awesome. I watched a lot of movies from the 80s that were like on my to-do list, if you will. And that was fun. Let's see, what else did I do? 80s movies. I feel like I did do a lot of stuff. I wrote up a whole to-do list for myself, and I did a lot of things. And so it was a productive weekend. It was a fun week. It was a lot of things, and all of which were good. I think I just set myself up for a level of failure in that I always ask myself to do more than I know that I can accomplish. And that's fine, because I have another vacation coming up at the end of this month. And I can hopefully pick up some of the things that were missed at the beginning in the end. And like, it's not that I didn't do anything video related the whole time I was out. I did do a decent amount of Instagram stuff. I caught up with my upload schedule. I had fallen pretty thoroughly behind on my uploads walking into that vacation. I was probably at least 2 weeks, if not 3 weeks behind on uploads. And I got myself up to like 5 days behind. So I did do some significant work there. Now, it's important that I stay on top of it and I continue doing significant work on it, because otherwise I'll just fall right back behind again. So yeah, hopefully I can stay ahead and continue to work in a good direction and make good choices and do great things. But this is me coming back from my vacation, a successful one. Got stuff done. There's some stuff that I didn't get done, and we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for stopping by.